ride for me too, yeah. You know I. Look, you like getting that hit for real. When it's me and Murray, just us, we chill. I'm in a rush to get off to get you. Never ever had to floss to get you. Pay the dues that it cost to kiss you. Rug burns on the carpet with you. Oh yeah. One told us in it. Had to dedicate this to the homie out of New Orleans.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey, and we're live. Welcome back to another week of It Is What It Is Radio. I'm your host, Fly T Miles. Y'all know how we gotta do it before the show starts. This is King Porter Forever Friday. Moment of silence for King Porter, please. Jamel Raymond Bishop, and also Elijah Cummings. Thank you very much. Joined here with Ty's Angels.
As always, you know, Love God Be does not introduce herself. That's the beautiful Nick right there, and I am Dr. Nicole. So, you know, we always like to start off with letting everyone know what's going on in the DMV area for upcoming events. So tomorrow, which actually jump started today, we have Angela Newman that is working with the United Voices of Johns Hopkins Stage Productions, affiliated with Johns Hopkins Hospital, with The Wizard of Oz. She actually started that production tonight. So they also have shows for the 26th, which is tomorrow at 2 p.m. and then the second show is 7 p.m. It is what it is. Beautiful Ty Angels will be in the building, so I will be there tomorrow to support her because we're all about uplifting and supporting individuals doing positive things, and that's part of Cultural Arts Theater. Her last show is October the 27th, which is this Sunday. So if you couldn't make tonight and you cannot make either of the two showings tomorrow, you can catch the last showing on Sunday at 5 p.m. And most of you may remember we had Mama Rosa and Mama Willa here, and they talked about the community Mamas Just Want to Dance, a woman's drum group. So please don't forget, put it on your calendar. November 2nd starts a 2-day cultural arts event. On November the 2nd, we will be at the National Blacks in Wax Museum for a free, keyword free, you do not have to pay anything, free event to actually take a 30-minute tour. There's gonna be light refreshments there, and you will also have live drum playing, live dancing, and you're gonna have an amazing fashion show that will feature two of your ladies with curvy confidence, myself and Love God Be. Again, it is what it is. We like to give back, and this is our way of donating our time and honoring women of a different body structure size. So make sure you come out and you support that. We have the upcoming Youth and Talent Fashion Showcase Model Call. Again, we like to support and speak life into our children. They are the future. So that casting call is November the 10th, and it will be hosted in the Silver Spring, Maryland area. So if you have a youth that is trying to find his or herself and you want them to participate in something positive, whether they're on the runway or they can sing, dance, act, monologues, whatever it is, this is the venue for your child to actually participate. And here is the thing. I am one of the panelists for this event as well, and we have waived all registration costs for the children to participate. We understand that we're nearing the holidays, so we want them to participate and not have it be taxing on your pockets. So again, that's November the 10th.
And what's the age range?
The age, a good question. Age range is ages 5 through 17.
Okay.
So again, November the 10th. Special shout out to one of the young ladies that's actually coming to that youth model casting call, Miss Brooklyn Lee. This young lady, I had the privilege of speaking to her mom day before yesterday on the phone for a period of time, Miss Shannon Richardson. and her mom is having a hard time getting someone to sponsor her daughter in modeling, because of course, you know, modeling, it takes money. It's a financial as well as a time investment, and the cheapest cost she found through an agency was $900. Wow. So we here at It Is What It Is Radio is asking, when you see us sharing Miss Brooklyn Lee's photos, go to the page, like and share, and support, whether it's $1, 50 cents, or you're lifting her up in prayer. We will be running a fundraiser to support her, and she will be walking in the March 28th show for the Youth Talent Fashion Showcase. So Brooklyn Lee, stay positive, stay committed, and Mom, you're doing an amazing job. We have the amazing Mr. Class. I think everyone knows him. This is not a local event. This event is actually going to be held down a stage play called Same Script, Different Cast, held in the Atlanta, Georgia area. However, he is Baltimore native, born and raised, and the play actually originated here by Mr. Darrell Dixon of 3D Productions. So if you're in Atlanta, Georgia area, tickets, they have lowered the cost of the tickets.
They're
again.
on sale right now.
Yes, for $10. And guess who's gonna be in the building November the 16th? Ty's Angels will be in Atlanta, Georgia. So see, we travel to support. So if you can carpool, or if you're already in Atlanta, Georgia area, make sure you get your tickets for this amazing play.
Absolutely.
So we're not only going to showcase our other local talent that most of us don't hear about, but we have some of your people sitting right here at the table amongst the It Is What It Is radio show that are very talented. So our Love God Be, Miss Tanika, yay! She has worked for the past 3 years on something that's very near and dear to her heart. So she has a non-profit organization in which she has started. The acronym is HOME, H-O-M-E, no exotic way of spelling it, is spelled just like what it is. Right. And it stands for Helping Other Mothers Everywhere. This non-profit organization was actually started by Miss Tanika in regards to whose sons have been victims of violence and or the system. Let me say that again. This nonprofit organization focuses on addressing issues, supporting and uplifting individuals that have themselves been victims of acts of violence and or the system. And that is such an amazing task for her to be taken on. So when you see her sharing events, whether it costs or it's free, please support. And let me explain what support looks like. It doesn't always look like you writing a check, reaching in your pocket. Support can mean just donating your time. Maybe she'll need some volunteers, and or liking and sharing her page. So please be on the lookout for that information. Underneath of what she's already doing with the nonprofit organization, she's also getting ready to start a clothing drive for a men's shelter. So for the viewers that are tuning in, and I'm going to constantly, before we go to break and return from break, keep saying this because we have a need. It's cold outside. We have a lot of homeless people. If you have hats, gloves, scarves, coats, whatever you can. We're not asking you to go out and buy anything. We're just asking for those old items that have been sitting there collecting dust and you're not wearing. Please donate them. Myself and Tanika will meet up with you and we will pick those items up. Pass your good items on to someone that can.
I'm sorry, people.
Yes.
I don't want to be like sounding ungrateful, but when I first started doing this, I wasn't that educated on a lot of things, and it was like trial and error. And let's just say, when I did the battered women's and children's shelter, I got so much stuff, and I think everybody that donated, that gave money, that everybody was awesome. But with that, everybody's items weren't. I'm not going to say they weren't clean. Let's just say the end result was I end up having a bug problem. So, and the rule of thumb is if you wouldn't wear it or give it to one of your loved ones, please don't expect someone else that is in dire need to. But we're going to take a very quick break,
When we come back, we're going to introduce you to our first amazing and, might I say, handsome guest that's sitting to the right of me. So, like and share. It is what it is radio show. We'll be right back.
Take a minute and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange radio show.
Any trouble, because I get into any trouble, but I had a problem that this then became a discussion at that workplace environment. Now, the discussion was I should have been more sensitive. In what way was my first response? And I guess when I had to meet with that said person who had the issue with the person who was said leader of that organization.
Okay.
I said, well, to that person, how would I have known that? Well, you should have asked.
I think so. You want my opinion?
It was a circle, and I was willing to go on that merry-go-round.
You are better than most.
Yeah.
I think that's normal when you're in a group and there's norming. Most of the time when you're in new work environments or you're in a space where you're getting to know people, it's normal now to ask for people's preferred pronouns. You wouldn't have known that.
Normal to who? What is normal?
Well, you work in social... You work in social innovation and
my pronouns, so it's not normal to me.
You don't, but I think, because I feel like the person was probably offended because they felt like you were not honoring whoever they are, right? But you wouldn't have known that.
Still to this moment, I don't know what their pronouns are. So in that
they didn't offer
circle, we still don't know. So I'll go as far as saying I perceived it to be a she.
Perceive them to be a she.
Them.
Yeah.
Her, him, they, them.
It seems like they, them would be the easiest one on this one.
Join us every Monday and Friday at 2 p.m. for the Artist Exchange radio show, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
When we cared for one another, we shared the same respect. What is happening? We're trading what's important for shiny things. I can't allow this blasphemy. It's blasphemy. Why would you treat yourself like that? We didn't come this far just to fall right back. Don't lose yourself, stay on track. Baby, you're a god. You're a god. Baby, you're a god. Believe that. Full of the things that we've overcome. Full of unspoken battles we've won. You're so much better than that. Sometimes the truth ain't always catchy as rap. Stop chasing cheese or you get stuck in a trap. Go get your crown and never render it back. No. Why would you treat yourself like that? Stop all that blasphemy. We didn't come this far just to fall right back. Baby, you're a god. You're a god. You're a god. You're a god. Baby, you're a god.
There's a rumor going around that Tyler Perry and Oprah are beefing. Well, let me tell you about this. Tyler, okay, told Oprah, bitch, if you don't have my money, we're going to have a problem. Ooh. Oprah said, what is the problem? Ooh. You said if I don't have your money, there was going to be a problem. So Oprah is standing her ground like, bitch, I'm in charge. Yeah, you know, you may have a $250 million studio over there that you film all your shows and movies and stuff on, but I have the empire. That's what Oprah said.
Oh, these are her exact words. Allegedly.
I made this up.
Allegedly.
I made it all up. But there was.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And we're back. Steve just joined us. What's up, dude?
Hey, man. Everything is great. Everything is great.
Our first guest, actor, model. He used to get hoop back in the day. That's where I met him at back about 92, 93.
Yeah, 92.
When the men was still, giving people money. They weren't stingy back in 92.
Then I found out his cousins was my main man. Shout out to Black Rod.
Black Rod, what up?
Shout out to everybody over Somerset Project.
Okay.
Somerset definitely held me down.
And it's Somerset
my second home.
And Somerset Extensions.
Somerset Extension was the first home. Then we moved. Then they moved to Somerset.
Got Adrian Bradford in the building.
What's good? What's up?
I don't mean to interrupt you, but you said something like, well, I went to Dunbar.
Yeah.
I'm an alumni, so Somerset is familiar to me. I knew a short dude named Rod, though.
Oh, yeah.
But I think he's still locked up at the moment right now. I don't know.
Lil
Rod. Oh, see? I knew he would know. But yeah, that was my dude. So.
Shouts out to him.
Shouts out to him, right?
That's my second home. First home, Park Heights, born and raised. That's where it was held down at.
Yeah, had plenty of battles down to Wanda. We crushed a lot of shit too.
So tell us, who is Mr. Bradford? I heard the titles, actor and model.
Super laid back, into my craft, good father, good friend, solid dude, 10 toes down, that's it. Just me, nobody else. Never acted out of my character, that's it. Hard worker.
Okay, so how long have you been doing both acting and modeling?
Well, I started acting like, I say 2007. You know what I mean? It wasn't a thing of mine. I was just chilling on my homeboy front on Baltimore Street, Antonio Glover. And guy across the street from him made movies. So he was like, he called Tony one day, he was on the front like, yo, who that's standing next to you? And Tony like, yo, that's my man, Dante. And he was like, yo, ask him, do you want to be in the film? So he came over there, I was like, all right, cool. So one thing led to another, he came over, took some shots, and then he just like pulled me to the side and he was just like, yo, skin complexion, like everything. Even the camera got like a relationship. Yo, you need to stop whatever you doing, what you doing, and do this.
And prior to that, you never thought about doing anything like that?
I mean, I've always been a movie buffer, but I was never like thinking about being in a movie.
That's what's up.
My thing was basketball. After that was over running the streets. But that's another story.
I mean, you had to know a handsome guy like yourself. You're not.
Oh, I wasn't always handsome. So if you see me just like sitting over here, like, okay, like I'm getting used to that now. Like, shit been crazy the last couple months. Like, I had like last month I probably had like 300 Facebook friends. And from then on, my shit shot up to like over 2,000, like in a couple weeks.
Okay.
And so I never was a Instagram and Facebook type guy.
Right.
So I had to get my homeboy. He be on that shit all day, so he helped me.
Yeah, you good.
He be helping me. He helped me out on it. Learning how to do that.
It forces you to get into it, even if you don't want to.
Right.
It forces you.
So that's when I just started getting crazy inboxes, and I'm like, damn, I thought the dudes was thirsty.
It's the women. It's the women.
You know what I mean? So it's like now it's like the women just be like I had one chick like, yo, when we getting married, I was like, damn, I'm scared. You know what I mean?
You the man.
I'm like, I'm single and everything, but I'm like, shit.
No, it don't even matter these days. Sometimes they just like, look, they want it, they see it, they going after it.
It's like a reverse the role.
Yeah,
I'm from an era when the men, it was good to approach face to face. Now everything is internet.
But as much. It is a lot to be understood about why the dynamics have actually switched over, and now women have become the pursuer, the aggressor. Because a lot, and it always happens whenever we're having our own girl conversations. Something comes up. So we were just speaking earlier in regards to that, why men appear to be standoffish, lacking confidence to actually approach a woman. So it's almost like the woman is allowing herself to be put in a position where she has to become the aggressor, which I'm against that, but we're not gonna go there.
I need to chime in. I'm totally against it.
Right.
Totally against it. Because, like, my own experience, my opinion, growing up, like, I felt as though, like, when I was in middle school, if you was a guy that was older to me, either in high school or older, and you have a middle school girlfriend, like, to me it's like, bruh, like, what are you doing? Like, you don't have your intellect. I'm looking at you crazy. Your intellect is that bad you can't reach on a level of a woman your age to pursue her or to want her or to know how to get her attention. You reach that low, and this guy that, like, so that's why it's been a pet peeve of mine. And I be telling women, I don't mean to come at the women, but it's because niggas be weak, like, straight up and down.
Well, I'm going to play devil's advocate with that. I believe in being fair. I'm not, it is.
Ain't no fair. So, a man is a man, a woman is a woman. It's straight up and down. It's no fair in it. It's no fair in it.
I absolutely disagree. And here's why.
Hit me with the gray area.
Again, we're in an era where women have become
the provider, the mother, the
and
doctor,
on top of that,
everything.
It's very discouraging to a man. Number one, it's discouraging to a man if he's coming at her with chivalry and she's like, oh no, don't open my door. Oh no, don't carry my bag. So and we're seeing it. You know, a lot of people are not talking about it. We're seeing it even with our young girls and our young men, that they're not being taught, and we have gotten away from an era where even if you weren't a family member or the father, other men stepped in and taught a young man how to treat a little girl, because understand, those are learned behaviors. So when you know better, the hope and expectation is that you'll do better. But women don't really make it easy for men to be men. They have these I call them unrealistic expectations. Now you should expect to be treated with respect, but let's stick a pin in that. We're going to take a very quick break. We're going to come back. It is what it is. Radio show, like and share. Shout out to Brooklyn Lee again. We'll be back.
We'll be right back.
You're like an internal bleeder. Can't see your pain, but it can silently kill ya. So deeply wounded, but don't say a thing. Too afraid of what the people may say or think. So you just sit there and you suffer in silence. Your pride won't let you just uncover your secret. Don't wanna look weak in your image, it ain't worth losing. So you just act as if it's nothing happening. God sees you, and God hears you. Yes, God loves you. You're like an internal bleeder. Can't see your pain, but it can silently kill ya. Suicidal, depressed, but you won't say a thing. Too afraid of what the people may say or think. You feel alone even though the people surround you. Popping pills every night even though you know they can't solve it. The emotional pain, it just seems way too heavy. Your mind is racing, wanna scream, somebody help me. God sees you, and God hears you. Yes, God loves you. These type of people sit right under our noses. We don't find out till we're on IG scrolling. We post a few memes, but then it keeps on happening. Something's gotta change, we gotta start talking and tell telling the truth without the fear of judgment. Gotta come together and really start loving and heal these people cause they slowly dying. Help them believe that their life is worth living. God sees you and God hears you. Yes, God loves you. I pray there's an end to this suicide demon. We losing people too soon, they cutting and bleeding. They think no one cares, so I wrote this song to tell you, my God, he cares and he can heal you. He sees you when you're crying yourself to sleep, wondering if anybody hears me. You tell yourself you can't go on no more, but your life is worth fighting for. Don't leave this world too soon. There's so many people who really love you. Jesus is calling for you. He knows and he can heal you. I know you're hurting deep down inside, but my God, he came to give you life. You think no one cares, so you just sit there. I'm talking to you, get up from there. You gotta believe there's something better. So much better. God put purpose deep inside of you. The whole world is waiting for you. You.
Like the one thing you always gotta remember is people gonna try to project their insecurities onto you. But you can't listen to what them niggas saying. You gotta get out here and do your shit regardless. You gonna do what you love for the rest of your life anyway. So why not turn that shit into something? Be a man of everything you say. This shit bigger than me, man. Like yeah, I'm good and all that, but you know what I mean? I ain't shit without y'all.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And we're back. We're back, baby. It's getting real. It's getting hot, but in a good hot. A good hot.
So y'all know y'all be missing all the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You need to start recording.
I'm sorry.
I did a little something. Y'all can get a little sneak peek. Y'all go to the story mode on my Instagram or the Facebook.
He didn't tell us.
Will we end it off? I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh, wait, we had a new guest come in.
Oh, yes, we do. We got a new guest. I apologize. Introduce yourself.
So I'm gonna do the honors of
Okay, I'm sorry, miss. You do the honors.
This beautiful queen that just came in and sitting next to me. I had the honor and pleasure of having a conversation and a entertainment-wise encounter with this queen right here that is an amazing, phenomenal powerhouse, Miss Gabby B. This young lady is not only beautiful, as you see, she's a child of God, a daughter, a friend, a wife, a mother, a wife of an entrepreneur that we had here on the show. Mr. Funnel Cake Man, Benbow himself. Hello, and what I love most about Miss Gabby's personality is that you're humble and very, very welcoming. I felt your energy. I felt welcome.
From the first day we met.
From the very first day. That you would never know the inspiration that is internally within this woman here. So before I let her tell you a little bit about herself, let me just say, for her, she's not just all of those things. She's an inspiration to many. She's an inspiration to her household, people throughout the community, and you'll see why once you have the opportunity to have her. Not iconic, but inspiration. Welcome, Miss Gabby.
Y'all lost me from here. All right. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for welcoming me here. First and foremost, sometimes in life when you going ahead and you look at yourself in a certain way, and you know who you are, you know your worth, you know who you are, it's you. But when you hear other people give you your own accolades, it's like, wow, I did not know I had that much of an impact on people's lives. And I am humble, and I'm thankful that you see that within me, and you as well, simply because I always said to the Lord, and I always had the prayer of, let me be humble. My parents, mainly my mom, always told me, He can take anything away from you from any second. Don't let your hair be your glory. Don't let your face be your glory. Because you can get in a car accident.
Be gone. Yeah, it's happening with these young kids.
So me just always being in the humble state that I am, and I never want to get big-headed ever in life, because once you become big-headed, that's when you know that you're about to fall.
That's right.
That's when you know.
That's right, y'all know we talk a lot. For if you're just tuning in or if you've already been with us, it seems like all of the series of our shows have talked about humility, remaining humble, and as of lately I've constantly shared the word Sankofa. And for those who do not know or you're unfamiliar, Sankofa is a testament to knowing your roots, knowing your indigenous, your heritage. If you do not know where you've been, you do not know where you're going. So you need to have some light to help guide you. And for all of us that you see sitting here, from Mr. Bradford, again, actor, handsome, single lady, and model.
Look, now your followers going to go up to.
And then we have the beautiful Gabby B, multi-talented, very diverse. Myself, I'm all over the place, but I'm right where God wants me to be. Mr. Tyree, Miss Tanika, Mr. Dev. We're always talking about having something of substance to bring. Being diverse, you should never be in a place of feeling like you are stuck. And I love this show because every guest that we have, especially them, shout out to our black men. Can we just give y'all a shout out? Y'all are forced to be reckoned with, and y'all are here locally in Baltimore, and we don't get enough credit for the positive things that we have here and going on in the Baltimore city. So every opportunity that we here at the radio show have to showcase that and put it in the forefront, and so that it's not forgotten or unheard of, we intend to continue to do that.
And to show you that we have this here, like we've been having a lot of black positive men on the show.
Absolutely, entrepreneur, and I mean, y'all doing y'all thing. Y'all doing y'all thing. So if it wasn't a level of respect there before, it has definitely been an eye opener for me. I've even had the chance to even see my fellow co-host Deb in a different spotlight, and even when I watched you on the show prior to coming on board with the team, I was like, that brother is really, really intelligent. And then I had the opportunity to speak with you more intimately off the camera, and you were so receptive. And that's important for viewers to know, because I think the assumption is that black men don't listen, and that black men and black women, we have poor communication. It's not that we have so much poor communication, but we don't know how to be silent to hear. Understand that that's a key factor in communication, knowing how to assertively listen. And hear what's being said.
Can I piggyback off of that? All right.
Shout out to the black men.
Thank you.
So, before I say what I really want to say, I want to say this. When you said about shout out to the black men, y'all are the backbone of us.
Indeed.
Y'all have a one-track mind. Sometimes that could be a bit much. Sometimes that can be a bit much. However, y'all mindset, y'all are fixers. Y'all are problem solvers. And when you understand and know that you are a problem solver, you come in, and whenever a woman comes to tell you, okay, well, I got this going on, even though we just venting, y'all be like, all right, boom, I'm gonna do this and do that. Sometimes we just need to hear that. But however, y'all already in the mode of, let me solve this problem for my queen, for my sister, for my mom. you know, for my aunt, for my grandma, the homegirl that's on the corner, maybe even the woman that's on crack. Let me go on ahead and let me just, you know, be the problem solver for. However, I just want to say, seriously, shout out to y'all because y'all carry so much. Not just because you a man, but because you're a black man. You're in America. You already have so many strikes against you, 2 alone. Your statistics is already low, but yet, once again, y'all rise.
That's right.
Y'all rise. And also to piggyback off of the fact that, Masmin, you said about communication skills. And let me tell y'all something. Yes, I am a married woman. Woo! Praise God. However, communication is a daily learning tool. You have to daily learn how to communicate. You have to daily learn and understand. How can I put this? When I speak to my husband and when he's talking to me, I have to dissect. Is he coming to me as a friend? Is he coming to me as my husband? Right. Is he coming to me as a brother?
Can I piggyback on you when you're done going?
Is he coming to me as my brother in Christ? Is he coming to me as my best friend? Is he joking to me? So I have to be able to dissect who and what he is talking to me at this point in time so I can properly go ahead and answer him.
And you might not even be in that mode. You might be already in a whole different kind of mode.
Yes.
So you got to bring it back.
I got to bring myself back down, and I got to understand and take my feelings out of it. It's not always about the emotional state. And I know we are emotional creatures, but you got to take your emotions out of it, because once you take the emotions out of it and be able to listen to the key words that's being said, then you can properly go forth in your relationship, in your marriage, even if it's a friendship, you can properly go forth and be like, okay, this is how we communicate.
Right.
You just went deep right there. Everything you just said, like, really happened to me. Okay. You feel me? And I go through it verbatim because I'm engaged right now. So with my fiance, she just had something drastic happen to her. She lost her father. So, you know, I'm right there. You know, yeah, I have to be. You know, the man that I am, I have to be.
Right.
So,
rightly so.
Today, you know, she may have thought like I might be angry, but now I'm trying to receive how you feeling, so I can everything, like I don't want nothing bothering you. So how you feeling, it definitely affects me. So if you not feeling doing this, I'm not feeling it. So let's go. So she thinking like, oh, like if I'm not feeling it, damn, he not feeling it, like, oh, he mad. Like, no, I'm not mad. I'm really not feeling it because you're not feeling it. Let's go. You feel what I'm saying? So, but it come in communication. You feel me? So while we walking through the mall, I briefly communicate that to her. You feel me? So now when we go try something on, boom, she feeling a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? So now our attitude changes. She understand like, all right, my man is, you feel me? He just understand like that's crazy. Like,
kudos to you for talking first. Yeah, because it's hard. Let me tell y'all something. The backgrounds that, I'm not gonna say all black men, but majority of the black men here in Baltimore, y'all were taught to, y'all man, you gotta keep it in, you don't show your emotions, and you just go hard in everything that you do. But for you to be able to be like, you know what, I am going to tell her exactly how I feel, and that's a hard thing for a man. No, I'm not a man, but dealing with my husband in everyday living, for him to be locked up for the things that he has been taught, not just only in jail, but by his community, by his family members, and now he's able to fully open up to me and be vulnerable. It's hard for a man to be vulnerable because y'all already go through enough rejection as it is. So who wants to be vulnerable?
Yeah, because honestly, a man really start off like, he kind of start off like, hey, what's up? I mean, what's going on? And as a young boy, the things you go through, it's like, the more heartbreak. Yeah, man, what? The more heartbreak, it's like, oh nah, like I'm not gonna keep going through this. Like y'all must be crazy. Like, and or like a real man, that's what becomes that shell. Like that's how he make his shell. That's what becomes that shell on his back. Where though sometimes we don't even know it. Like we don't even know it. Like we just get defensive, or we might like, cause it's about like it's like a trust thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like it definitely a guy that haven't really been groomed by his father the proper way that he needs to be. You feel what I'm saying? You constantly looking for somebody to show you how to be a man.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And when you really realize, like, damn, I gotta be my own man. You might be 7 years old. At me, it was 7 years old. Like, it was really 7 years old. I love my father to death. Like, that's my dog. You feel what I'm saying? Not saying he wasn't there. He was there too. And like I told him, but he wasn't there like how I am with my sons.
Because you can be in the house, but don't.
You know what I'm saying? But you don't be there.
Or you can be in the house and be a provider, but you still ain't instilling nothing in that child other than I'm paying the bills, which is definitely important, but it's so many more levels to.
It's so essential.
To
get in your child's life.
Yes, it is.
Yes, and
really
teach them things. You realize how many kids don't know how to go fishing, or don't know how to change a tire, or don't know how to. It's just like so many things that you think that they would know or should know, but they grow up and never learn these things. So then you see the girlfriend checking the oil, or the girlfriend changing the tire, or the girlfriend.
Back to what we left off.
Right, and that's exactly what happened.
And like I said, at 7 years old, I just start understanding things at a different pace and at a different standpoint, at my own standpoint, and what I wanted to do, like how I wanted to treat a woman, or the woman I said I wanted to, like when I said I wanted to be engaged or get married, I really told myself, like, Doug, like, that's a vow, like, you can't break. Like, it's because I've watched so many other men just devour, like, I'm gonna tell men straight up right now. Sometimes you don't understand how much a woman really love you, Doug. Like, really, like, really.
Do y'all hear that?
Like, really.
Do y'all hear that? I say that on my live.
Straight up. And I applaud y'all for giving us that praise, because we do love y'all back the same way. Don't think we do. But I'm telling y'all, like, some of the guys that I, like, you gotta know when you got one, you got one. Right. You got one.
How are you able to discern when you have that one of substance if you have never been taught?
Or
and that's kind of
had so many different ones.
That's pretty much where we left off at earlier when we.
I think it's definitely gotta go to a break. Y'all don't go nowhere.
I want to share what he had.
Like and share the show. We'll be right back.
You're now listening to BeExposedRadio.com. Check out this fire flashback.
We need to relearn what it is to be these bosses, and how we conduct ourselves as business-minded individuals, and just people in general. I let my gut, and if I call it gut or God or whatever, I'm led by that energy. I know where it comes from. I know where it's, taking me, and you have to figure out what is important to you, and don't play this game. It's a game that we've learned to play, this chess game, and life is not a chess game. Life is real, bones, flesh, blood, decisions.
Make sure you check out the Artist Exchange Show every Monday and Friday at 2 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
First they love you, then desert you. Leave with a plate full with no spoon. Ain't no space, I can't escape negativity. I got used to the taste. I've been bad, burned, then fucked over. But remain strong through the Passover. Kicking haters out of the way like masked over. Roll up, sip something, let it pass over. Who would I be? It ain't the man to me to let the next man take advantage of me. When that storm come, no pan I see. Get with it, not without it, then you'll see. I beat the haters, they know I'm greater. That's why they buzzing for the elevator. But I can't save it, it'll be too loud on the pedal stool. Don't carry favors, always got your hand out demanding favors. When I just looked out, now you need more paper. I can't breathe, give me 3 feet. I never let y'all be the death of me. When my patience run there, yeah, nigga OT. Cause they wanna see me down like I'm NCT. 6 words, get the fuck away from me. Say I help you out if you can help yourself. I keep it G till I DIE. Now excuse me while I get back to PC. HOP ain't losing sleep while your third eye.
Exposed Radio.
Well, if you made them, take care of them.
Yeah, that's
period.
Real. Right. That's the real deal.
It's period.
Right. And all that old money shouldn't go toward this, money should go to. If the child is with one of the parents 24/7, 7 days a week, you don't even come get your child every day. You come get your child once a month maybe, or once every 3 months.
Right.
You cannot dictate where that money goes, especially if the child ain't calling you about nothing. Now, if the child calling you every week, then you can question about where the child support is going. But if every time you pick up the child, they look nice, they ain't complaining about nothing, why are you worrying about where the money go at?
It is what it is, radio.
Long live Pop. Y'all can go ahead and cry now. I'm gonna show these niggas what to do with one of your beats, man. I am Gas, by the way. Strong woman story should have been on CNN. Nobody knows what it's like being Gwen. Windows closed in the house, it ain't no CNN. Can't gain weight for years, she been being thin. Single mother, no help from the system. When they was giving out food stamps, she missed them. Birth certificate, baby daddy, she couldn't list them. But her son was so beautiful when she kissed him. Blame it on love, but nigga she could've died with. Destroyed the whole world and found out she was a side chick. The nigga loved his wife and it got hard to hide it. So when Gwen confronted him, he ain't even denied it. Her fault, depends on who you asking. She tried to be a stripper, but the tip out was taxing. Buying all the purses, trying to keep up with the fashion. And her mama hated babysitting with a passion. She deserved better circumstances. A black queen, she should've been blessed with certain chances. Look down upon, getting all the hurting glances. Making men change up all the twerking stances. She never cried about the pain, only gritted her teeth. But most soldiers never get a flower or a wreath. She like G.I. Jane in the war with no relief. Don't recognize why killers was going through her beef. She said more prayers than the nun did. After seeing so much struggles with only one kid, the clinic said baby number 2 couldn't be undid. 9 months later, delivery and it's one big.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We are back.
And we're getting back, baby.
Nice and
it was getting real.
Getting real.
I'm not gonna be rude. Who left?
So as much as we want to continue to keep it real, we have the beautiful Tamika Chapman, the owner and proprietor of Boutique, the Style Lounge Boutique. That is
What's up, Mick? What's happening, Mick?
And I'm not sure who she has the question for, but she is free to ask any one of us a question and or make comments. So welcome, Miss Tamika, and we thank you for taking the time out of your evening to actually tune into the show as well as call in.
Well, it's my every Friday night thing. Before I hit the streets, I'm going out. I gotta it is what it is, radio. You know what I'm saying? I just got to. So I want to say hey to everybody. Hey Tyree. Hey Tamika. Hey Doctor. You know what I'm saying? Hey the other handsome young man that's on there, and the two guests, Gabrielle.
Hey girl.
Hey honey. I've been knowing Gabby for quite some time, and I just wanted to say that I have seen you flourish from a young lady to a grown ass woman. I can say ass on radio, right?
Yeah.
You already said it twice.
I'll make you cry here.
2 times.
the transition, I know, you know, it's not an easy thing when you're going from being, you know, a single woman, a single mother, to being a wife and a mother, you know, of more than one child. The other one that you did have for your husband. I know that they say when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. I know that's what they say. But from your perspective, Gab, I want to ask you being a wife now, and Dwayne actually finding that good thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
How do you, he has his blessing, which is you, and I know your blessing is him. But in the relationship, it's always struggles and trials and tribulations. How do you find yourself to get over them? Like, what do you do to get past it, other than, you know, talking to friends, which we know is not a good thing most of the time, because half of them don't have good relationships, and they don't know what to do with their own. But what do you do?
Okay, so now Now I pray about it, and then I write it down. And then I calm myself down. When we go through our trials and tribulations, like how I said earlier, I don't know if you got a chance to hear, but I dissect where he's coming from and who is he talking to me as. And now I take a step back. I get myself together. I don't want nobody to think that we do not have arguments, because we do. We have heated debates, and sometimes we have yelling matches. However, now we do. However, now we both take a step back and we go in our own corner, and I write down exactly how I feel, very raw and very uncut. I put it all down, curse words and all, and then I come back and I gather my thoughts properly, and then I sit down and I tell him with a calm voice exactly how I feel, where I'm coming from, how my thought process is. As a woman, you need to be able to put yourself in my shoes, even though you're not a woman, but you have to understand where I'm coming from, and I'm coming to you as a wife. Me and him, we are doing a devotional on the Bible app, and on there it was talking about arguments and trials and tribulations and what a person may go through in their marriage. And it said about when it comes to arguments, the reason why arguments happen is because the other person feels as though that they're not being heard, and they feel as though that they're being offended.
Right.
So, and I know it's just not as far as arguments, and I'm gonna just give y'all, I'm gonna be a little bit transparent. With his business, I had to let him know, I am your wife. I need to know everything. If you're going to tell me that I'm a part of this, I need to be a part of this. And at first he didn't understand that, and I couldn't understand it, and that was a big major thing for us, because he's like, okay, well, you know, it's my business, but it is ours, and so forth and so on. However, he dug deep and he opened up and he told me, because his dad was always close to his mom. His dad didn't let his mother know about any financial things. His dad didn't let his mother know about absolutely nothing. So that was a trial and tribulation and a hurdle that we had to get over. But now that he understands and knows, this is my wife, I don't want to be like my dad. Now I'm following in the footsteps of my father. Look what happened to my parents. Let me buckle down. Let me get it together. However, with all that being said, in conclusion, I pray. And I know it's easily said than done. I know it is. But the movie The War Room, when I saw that movie, The War Room, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, okay, and I know about it, okay, yeah, I know praying works, but no, it really does. Certain things that I prayed about, I never went to him about, and he comes to me about, and it changes his mind instantly. His actions are changing, and I don't gotta say nothing to him. He comes back in certain areas, and he apologizes for things he have done in the past that I don't even talk about, but still hurts me today.
Right. So it's like things, it's like us as women, we have a problem with humbling ourselves.
Yes.
So the gentleman guy, sir, I'm going to ask you a question, if that's okay, and then I'm going to get off the line and let somebody else get there, because it's a hot show, so I know people trying to get in.
Yes.
So what I want to ask you is, you being a man, if you're, I don't know if you're married or if you're single or if you're dating someone or if, you know, you have a girlfriend, but is it really, I hear a lot of men now saying that women are playing games now more than ever.
Fuck yeah.
Do you find that to be true?
Fuck yeah.
It's some out there.
Definitely true.
The playing field is even. Put it that way.
The playing field
is even. Even but women is running. Yeah, they running mad game. But you know, they is.
Don't be modest, bro. Don't be modest.
I'm being
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something.
Women do play games.
I'm gonna tell y'all
something. You know
something.
what I mean? And it's a lot of women that's hurt from their last relationship that ain't healed.
Right.
And they get into another relationship with a guy that ain't healed from his previous relationship.
Right.
And then you got some women that have a boyfriend or a husband and mess with a dude, and then end up messing with that dude, and they get mad at that dude don't trust her, but she got to look at how the way he met her.
Right.
That's going to always stick in the man's head. Like when I met you, you was dealing with somebody.
With somebody, right.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
So the thing about black men, we have a lot of insecurities. When you see guys like
I never know about.
When you see guys like Gucci Man and Jay-Z, them guys went through therapy.
Yes.
You see what I mean? And therapy really helped. And it's not about going to a person with a degree in that. It's about going to somebody that you can really talk to that won't make fun of your situation, and just understand what you coming from as a homeboy and giving good advice.
Yes, very.
You feel what I mean? Sometimes, you know, you can go, you got that homeboy, or like me, I always had older guys. I always hung around older guys. So me listening to their conversation and how they go with their wives and how they argue and this and that. Oh, fuck that, I ain't never going back home. And then the next day, you picking them up right from the same house. So, you know, it's just about who you get your information from and who you talk to. You know what I mean? And us as black men, like it was said earlier, we don't share a lot of that. You know what I mean? I met somebody a couple weeks ago, and we've been on the phone like damn near my whole work day every day for the last 2 weeks. Every day. And I never communicated with a female like that, but we shared so much in our conversations every day, like it felt like we know each other. And she live in another state. You know what I'm saying? But we feel like we know each other from the conversation. So what I tell people now is, like I tell my friends, get to know somebody.
Yes.
Talk to them. Because there been a lot of times you've been like, all right, she the fast one, I go with it, then what, she crazy. She got more problems than, you know what I mean? She pretty on the outside, but ugly in the inside. So, like I tell everybody, man, just give yourself some time and talk. You know what I mean? Because a person gonna tell you who they is. You get them talking long enough, they gonna tell you.
And that's right. And how many times have I said that on the show? And that is a lost art, in my opinion. I know. I can tell you, I will cross you out in a matter of a conversation. When guys say, where would you like to go on a date? I say, let's just call it a meet and greet. How about we meet for coffee? I get the responses of, oh, I don't drink coffee. And then at that point, I'm a little bit annoyed. No, I'm a lot annoyed. And I say milk, water, apple juice, cranberry juice. Because I need that conversation.
See, maybe I'm old school. But see, I was brought up as a man supposed to be like
initiate that. Yes,
exactly.
Initiation.
He supposed to take care of all
initiation.
Man, it's not up to the woman to go.
By the time the third time, fourth time, now I'm asking you.
They do.
Where you want to go, babe? Because look, I don't really know.
Understand what I'm saying? They're asking for they're asking me out to dinner, and then my response is yes, but can we go out for a meet and greet for coffee? Because I need to know one. Can you hold a conversation before I buy your Three, are you crazy?
Yeah, but you should know all that just talking to him on the phone. That's your conversation right there.
Not all the time.
I'm just saying.
Not all the time.
I ain't saying all the time, but sometimes it is.
I need to watch your body. I'm watching everything.
Body language says
everybody listen this way. Even when you go to meet somebody, they not
who they are.
That's their representative.
You know what I mean? That's just the person representing them for the time being. So you get in a relationship 2-3 months down the line.
That's when the true stuff comes out.
Like I've been in a relationship with one girl, and like when I first met her, I'm like, damn, this gonna be going smooth. Right. This, and that.
Thank you
and then
so
I heard
much,
her one day
Tamika,
just
for
like
calling,
screaming, and I'm like,
appreciate
oh
you.
shit,
you later,
where the
Mika.
fuck did that come from?
Okay.
You feel what I mean? And it was shocking. I'm like, oh, I ain't never seen this side of her before.
Right.
And then you start seeing it more and more, and then it's like, all right, nigga, I'm comfortable now. What you gonna do?
Right.
All right, you already in. What you gonna do? So you sitting up there, you like, damn, what the fuck did I get myself into? You feel what I'm saying? And you like, shit, I'm here now, so I'm gonna try to work it out. And then over the months, past months, like that shit just start become irritating. Like I tell you, like women and men is wired differently.
What do you do when this starts to become irritating?
What do you do? You get out of there. As far as me, I can't speak to
that. What do you do?
As far as me, hey, I'm even getting out of there. We're gonna have a conversation.
Right.
I'm gonna try to help you.
If she doesn't want the help.
If she don't want the help, I got to go.
How is your exit strategy?
My exit strategy, look, we need to have a talk. We're gonna sit down and we're gonna talk about it.
Okay.
But that's the second talk. First talk is going when that shit first kick off. The first talk is like, look, I can't deal with that. Anything you want to say that you can't say to me. Oh, you leave the toilet seat up. Okay, all right. Like I heard shit like petty arguments like, Why you leave the toilet seat up? I said, all right,
But that's
cool.
how you know what my mindset is.
Listen. I said, all right, cool. Right? All right, cool. Why you ain't flush the toilet? All right, cool.
No,
not the number two.
But still, why you ain't
But then it was like this. Okay, she forgot to flush the toilet.
Okay.
Flush the toilet. Go back in around and just be like, you forgot to flush the toilet, but I flushed it. Oh shit, was we tit for tat? This is what I'm trying to tell you. Like, if I do it, it ain't no big argument about it. Like, all right, you smacked it down. I'm not your mother. I'm like, yo, I never asked you to be my mother. But if you working with, but if we together, you're not gonna remember everything all the time. Sometimes I'm like, oh, hi, you calling me to come back in and see something? I'm like, all right, I'm watching and I forget. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you forget, people forget shit, but it ain't no need to blow it up.
Right.
You know, some people blow it up and make it like. You be like, yo,
and
where
now
you get that from?
They don't want
My
to
mother used to fuss at my father, or my mother used to fuss at me about certain shit. I'm like, yo, look. Sometimes you forget.
But that's a big thing.
But it's some big things with men too.
On the
So you gotta. I mean, I learned how to respect it.
I want to piggyback on his him being modest about the game, because my jersey is hung up. But listen, my jersey been hung up for a minute, right? I had 3 months with my jersey back on, right? Listen, with the jersey on, with my jersey back on.
Okay.
You know, you go through something in any relationship. So I had, this is my first time, 3 months. This was the test. This was the test, bro. 3 months, my jersey back on. Boom, my jersey on. I go to shoot.
You score.
Hell no. Hell no. It's a whole lot of bullshit going on out here. Whole lot of technical fouls. Whole lot of bullshit. I'm
get that.
Listen, man. I'm talking about. I just told you I had 3 months of my jersey being on, right? 1 month I tried to play. The rest of 2 months I was like, Coach, put me on the bench. Put me on the bench. This shit is bullshit out here. This how y'all playing out here?
Yo,
this how y'all
it's
playing?
crazy.
The opposition is crazy. Women are crazy now.
But wait a minute.
The
Where
game
are
is
you
like
going to look for these women? What kind of
Listen.
It can be anywhere.
Hold on, time out.
I'm trying to I have been at some black power meetings.
I'm not even talking. Where are you going?
I'm glad you asked that question.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna tell you straight up, because I'm a straight up guy. It ain't where I'm going. I'm straight up. I ain't even had a jersey on in a minute. You ain't listening. I had a jersey in a minute. First time I put my jersey back on.
Okay.
I'm out here.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm not. Oh, you talking about? Oh no, I'm not with that. No, I just told you what I'm with. If you with that or you ain't.
Right.
You show me you with it. All right, man. That's what I believe in. Then we get all the way down there to the motherfucking finish line. Guess what? Motherfucker.
I needed
run backwards. What the fuck is this? Oh, because you gonna go back and do this. How you gonna know what I'm gonna do? I told you what I was gonna do. I told you what this was. I told you what that was. From the beginning. I'm not no liar. I'm not no. What's the point of me lying? What is the point? I don't
let one part of, because I be straight up and honest with every female.
This will be at.
Piggyback off of this. Go ahead.
This is what it is. Do you agree? Yeah, I agree. After that night, you in a relationship that you don't even know that
where I'm at in my life is I need your actions to match your words. You cannot expect anyone to be understanding and consistent with it.
Because I'm a piggyback.
You cannot say this is just a sexual friends with benefit, whatever loving term you want to get to.
But see, only women say that. Only women feel like that. For 1 minute. I'm gonna take the men's side. Women have the tendency of thinking that some women that if you go out and spend time and take me to the movies and do this and do that, that necessarily means no. We're enjoying each other's time.
I agree.
We're being like this is a two-way thing.
Right.
So for me to think that he said he didn't want nothing serious, but everything he's doing is telling me like I'm his girlfriend. No, we're enjoying each other's time.
But you with right now. You got some dudes, that got some get attached.
They say I don't want to be in a relationship,
and then get attached.
Then the next day he in a relationship.
I get
So
all
it
that.
goes both ways.
It's about, and I'm not disputing that. So let's run it back. Like
Okay,
in
go ahead.
football.
Run it back.
Let's
Run it
run
back.
it back.
You dispute.
All the more reason why I am an advocate of I need your action to match what you say, just for the reason that depending on the emotional and mental maturity of the male and the female, they check out on what you've said and what they have verbally agreed to, and they become fixated on the action.
I don't.
I think
Right, that's what you went through, and you're able. How old are you?
I'm 41.
You get what I'm saying? See where your
41
mental,
fabulous,
but you see where your mindset is at. Nowadays, we cannot go in the yesteryears. Nowadays, men and women, their actions do not line up with their words.
They don't.
Or sometimes they do. Sometimes talk about shit and they can even show you some good shit, but not be good.
I mean, no, I got that part, but when a man says, look, I don't want to be in no relationship, I just want to be friends with you, and I just want to have sex with you and call it a day. I will have other girls on the side, so forth and so on. You can have other men.
Let me tell you something.
So wait a minute. I'm
No, see, that's what.
I'm
saying they don't be with that.
But no, listen.
They don't be with that.
Listen. You can have other men, so forth and so on.
Okay.
Some women may say okay. However, when they're talking late at night doing pillow talk, you're the last person that they talk to. You're the first person that they talk to. You do not have to be living in the same household. Y'all talking throughout the day. Yes, she may have other men on the side, but in a woman's mind, majority of the women, in our mind, if you're giving us the most attention, you are now subconsciously in a relationship with us. And even though it is not spoken, now you're doing things that a relationship will be done. Let me give y'all a little tidbit. Wait a minute. Let me give you a little tidbit.
I'm going to interrupt you on the good part right quick. On the good part. It took me a little minute to understand what you're saying right now. Right? You feel what I'm saying? It did. It took me a little minute to understand, sometimes I got to adopt, all right, this what you thinking, nigga. What would your wife think?
And that's seriously, but that's like before.
You really gotta go to those type. I'm talking from a relationship type of perspective right now. Like you really gotta
we are in
like cause they go super in depth like y'all
emotional. Y'all emotional.
Y'all are emotional, but y'all don't show it.
That's
spiritual beings, but that's spiritual beings.
But women are more emotional. You got listen. I know some women that they would charge every nigga on that row and won't charge that one dude right there, right? Have sex with him and be emotionally attached to him. Regardless of what's going on, she's in love with him. Now he might don't give her the time, don't give her don't pay her bills, none of that shit. You feel what I mean? And she would not leave that man's side.
You wanna know
so
why?
It's tricky. The whole thing is this tricky. I think it's about how you was born. I mean, how you was raised.
How you was raised, definitely.
What you was taught at an early age. You got the club girl, you got the book girl, you got the business girl. It's a whole bunch of different.
I gotta say emotion and depth
with women.
What you was just saying
is locked.
It go hand in hand. It's a plus and a plus because your emotion is how deep y'all go about things. Prime example, we could be a girl we know from elementary school. Hey, Dev. Hey,
where the fuck you know her from?
But you want to know why? But you want to know why? And I'm explaining to you why. For some women, not all, because you didn't properly introduce us.
Hello.
No.
Listen.
Listen what he's saying. Over there.
I got to give you 70-30 now. Because you 30% right, 70% wrong. Reason being, because she all the way over there, like my man just said. We might be walking in the mall. She see me. I probably don't even see her. So when she say, "Hey, Dad," when I look, oh hey. Now I'm turning, I'm still walking with you. But you got that see that look on your face right there? You got that same look when I go look at you.
You want to know why? Seriously, us as women.
It go both ways.
No, yes,
y'all go like this.
But listen.
Oh, he like a brother.
No. I don't do that. And let me tell y'all. By understanding.
Take it to the depth.
But listen.
Take it to the depth.
Understanding. First and foremost, oneself. However, if I'm in a relationship with you, you are my first priority. I'm thinking about your mental, your emotional, I'm thinking about your spiritual. How would it look as your wife, as your girlfriend? Wait a minute. And I say hey to some guy. I don't care if he's all the way across the street down the lane. If I spot him before he spots me and I'm going to say hi, I'm going to let you know, look, it's a guy over there. I used to go to school with him. I think I know him. Yeah, that is him. I'm going to say hi. And I'm going to give you the rundown. Wait a minute. Out of respect for you. However, in today's society, it is side chick, side nigga. Don't matter. It is what it is. However, nobody decides.
Y'all mental going to a whole nother.
Yes, because you didn't properly communicate. We're going back to the communication. You didn't properly communicate with us. Like I said, we
didn't have time to.
But you should have made time.
We walking in the mall.
But after that, that's when you should have said. As soon as you said hello, hey babe, by the way, I just wanted to let you know.
Afterwards.
Her name is Keisha. Yes, afterwards. Her name's Keisha. Okay? I used to go to school with her. I said hi to her.
That Keisha on Instagram.
You gotta go to a break.
You not going nowhere.
Shout out to Brooklyn Lee.
Hey, and don't let it be nothing seriously bad, because she looking like, oh, no. First thing.
Take a minute and listen to this flashback of the Black by Demand radio show.
Control. They said she wouldn't, so they didn't know if she had a weapon. So it's just a mess. So yeah, you do have to have these discussions with your children.
You do, and you have to make them aware of that there is an enemy out there. Every time the police pull you over, or every time you have an interaction with the police as a black person, you are at risk of being in front of your enemy. Hopefully, it's not a police officer that wants to demonstrate that he's your enemy, but we all see it's a high probability of that being the case. So if we're not talking to our children do not have the coping mechanisms to deal with these type of intense situations. What they're going to do is what most of us do as black people, me and anyone else, which is become emotional. And that is the trigger point for the police. They know that black people are emotional people. So when they arrive on the scene, they are purposely trying to say and do things to you to get your emotions up, right? And then once they get your emotions up, then it's like, oh, that's what we needed. Now we're gonna kick your ass. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. You know, so I'm saying we need to have these discussions with our children, you know, and make them understand in this day and age, and it's every day and age really, but we'll just say this day and age for the sake of it being so prevalent on social media, like you have to understand what you're getting yourself into. And I think a lot of us as black people are just scared to still tell our children that there are a group of people out here that are your enemies.
Join us every Monday at 12 noon for Black by Demand radio show, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
This unknown to find who we really are. Crash into something new. Take a break from my broken heart. Talk with the hip, tell me you lie. I think we should go for another round.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We are back. We back. It's hot.
It got hot and steamy here. We're going to take a quick pause because fellas are kind of sweating. Y'all probably
Yeah, they
sweating. They sweating. So we had the beautiful Gabby B join us. I just want her before we finish this battle of the sexes, because we know we're right? Okay. I just want you to introduce to the viewers that do not already know you. Tell us who is Gabby.
All right, so for those of you that do not know me, my name is, well, my maiden name is Gabrielle Johnson. I jump back and forth from Gabrielle Johnson to Gabrielle Benbow. That is my marriage name. However, of course, I am a mother, I am a wife, but I am a motivational speaker. I'm a model, and I am a model coach. I am a makeup artist to myself, and sometimes other people, but mainly to myself. And I'm gonna tell you how I came about all of this. At the tender age of 8, I already knew who I was. And I know that probably sounds like, what? Really? No, yeah. I knew who I was. I knew exactly what I was supposed to do in life. How? Because I would have vivid dreams of myself standing at a podium, not a preacher, not a pastor, not any of that, but I'm standing at a podium speaking to a crowd of women. I'm not saying thousands and seas of women, regardless if it's 40, 400, 50, 100, doesn't matter. But I was standing there enlightening them on who they are, knowing their worth. And I understand that we always hear that a lot, and it sometimes can sound like a cliche. It goes in one ear and out the other. However, what we have to understand is our worth is worth so much more. Worth so much more. And that is what the premise of who I am, to make sure that your mental and your emotional is straight, because once your mental, your emotional is straight, you can go forth in life and you can be and do whatever it is that you want to do. You will not take a no. You will not tolerate foolishness. You will not allow nobody to talk to you any your kind of way. When me and my husband, we were boyfriend and girlfriend, he used to say, yo. And I was, huh? What? Who? What? Who you? What? Huh? And now he understands, because I would tell him, I'm not your homeboys and I'm not your homegirls on the corner. I am soon to be your girlfriend, hopefully one day to be your wife. You will treat me with respect. And with that, he came to the accountability to understand and know she is a cut above the rest. And I want women to understand that outside of everything, I don't care if you was a prostitute 5 minutes ago, as long as you have life within you, you can make it better. I don't care if you just gave somebody some yam saying 2 seconds ago. If you're honestly and truthfully sick and tired of your life, you can make it better, but it has to come within. So by me having these vivid dreams at the age of 8 all the way until I was 19, one day I was like, how do I gonna get this on and popping for myself? I had girlfriends come to me and talk to me about certain things that they was going through in life. And this one girl in particular, she was in a domestic abuse relationship, and every single day she cried on the phone to me. Not one time did I get tired. Not one time did I say, girl, you just need to leave him. And that's when I understood that's my calling. And that's how I'm gonna go about it. That's how the motivational speaking came, because time and time again she's like, I'm gonna leave him, I'm tired. And I would sit there and listen because she needed an ear. Us as women, how do we get out our things? We purge. How do we purge? We talk. That is why we talk a lot, because that's our purging mechanism. That's how we get things out of us. And that is how, in a way, not all the way, but in a way, that's how we become healed and whole. So I said, now I see other women off the streets of Baltimore just talking to me, letting me know stuff. And I'm like, miss, I don't know you from a can of paint, Adam or Eve. I don't even know you from the tip of my tongue, miss. But you're telling me these things because you feel my connection. You feel my confidence. You see my worth. And you want it. So whatever it is that you harness and you own, you attract that. You attract broken people because you once was broken and now you're whole. So people want what you got. So now I am in this position to whereas Facebook is the best tool. I just got finished making
when used properly.
Yes, that is true. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Say it one more again.
When used properly.
Yes, I just made a fan page. And whenever you make a fan page or whatever, it asks you how to promote it. Yeah, I paid more money to promote my page. I could set the price as low as $5. Now I'm promoting myself. Now I'm putting myself out there. Now my motivational speaking can reach up to 500 or more. If I want to pay $20, guess what? I'm reaching over 100,000 people now, just through Facebook, demographics and all of that. And I understand by me being a big woman, modeling, and we all know the craze is BBWs. However, the BBWs of today, they run away somewhere to get all of that shrinked in the middle, but they still got big arms, and they still got big legs, they still got big butt, and they still got big. That's not a true BBW. So now you have this facade, and now everybody's like, well, I gotta hurt me get a Brazilian butt lift, I gotta wear my waist chain, I gotta do this. But no, the real BBWs got stretch marks like me.
Like me.
We got cellulite.
My thing is this, you gotta go get all that fake stuff and all that. That means you got a problem with yourself.
Yes, that's
you
it.
unhappy.
So
You're
that's
unhappy
when
with yourself.
But yes, but that's
and you
when it
doing
comes
that.
back to it.
Like I know women and when they got the ass plant, all that, and like when they got it, it was totally different. It was more of a like, what's up, yo? Like damn, like whoa.
But you gotta understand where that coming
That's what
from.
I'm saying. Now they switching. Now they switching the whole mold, like, and then you got, they get mad when some dudes be like, "Oh, you wasn't acting like that before you got that ass."
Well, of course, but it
I'm saying?
comes
But
back to what I was saying. It's the mental emotion because they have not got to their worth.
I'm gonna tell you.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Look,
I'm gonna tell you.
Not about getting into that worth.
But
listen to that. If you can't love your motherfucking self,
that's what it goes back to. But that's what it goes back to.
And that goes for both ways. If a man can't love himself, he can't love
listen. That's kind of like it's. I'm gonna tell y'all that's like that's a two-headed coin because sometimes y'all really think y'all insecurities weigh so much in y'all head it's crazy. Like I'm gonna give you a prime example. My girl, right? She got a good grain of hair. So sometimes when she do her ponytail, I be wanting to see it like just no gel, no nothing. You ain't gotta slick it back. Like I be wanting to see a little
messy.
Yeah. Cause you got that type of grain of hair. Like I'm that. That yeah, like I want to see that. I want to see a little messy from you at work. You feel me? It's nice length. You ain't bald headed. You feel me?
You got size.
But she likes to put it gelled up, thinking like that's because she got to have it needed. Where does it come from? Listen, it comes from where she bred. Honestly. Yeah, I've been telling her now recently she ain't do it the other day, so I was like, oh, alright, she might have hurt me a little bit. You ain't got babe, you got a nice grain of hair, drag.
But it goes with the makeup too. It's a lot of pretty women
But I gotta understand where it comes from.
and then they got every day they gotta put makeup.
But you gotta understand where it comes from a woman's standpoint. Y'all are not a woman, and I'm not taking anything from y'all. But y'all have to understand where society is.
And that's the same as the men.
But it's different for y'all because y'all don't have that pressure to look as good as a woman.
Right.
Y'all don't.
We don't.
Because y'all can have money and it can make y'all look just
right. And that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. But see, that's crazy though.
But
because
but you're not feeling that.
Look,
You're not feeling that.
I understand that, but listen,
I understand where they're coming from.
I could be the average dude, no numbers, and I was this average dude. Like I was telling them early, when they was like, yo, I didn't hear none of that shit when I was young. My average dark skinned niggas was like, you wasn't even in. Till Nino started Westcon, that's when we started becoming in. Right. So I know that struggle. So all my years in my early teens, I struggled with that. It been females like, damn,
but it's not
I love her. I like her. But listen, I'm like, I love her. I like her. Like, damn, I can see myself with that. You feel what I'm saying? And then after you get out of high school, you see it, she be like, I used to have a crush on you. You should be like, get it.
But it's not the same.
But I'm just saying, I'm not saying it's the same.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is like, y'all got y'all's and we got ours.
But y'all's are not as pressurized.
How?
Because you
I was
know
fucked up by that.
Listen.
Because
listen.
I'm fucked up by that.
For me personally, going to middle school and everything, I was shaped differently. I got teased. I got called sideshow Bob. I got called all kinds of stuff. But the same thing that people are spending money to get right now. Killing themselves to get right now. I got teased so bad. It was just because of my shape. It was so bad to walk to the playground with your children, your little sons, and men saying certain things to you,
Yes.
and you got your small
See,
kids,
yes.
and you not dressed provocatively.
Right.
You don't have all this. You got a stroller and one son right here and another son right there.
That's because some
you
people
know,
just don't
so it's
get.
like that.
But it's
you
still
get
a
it,
big
you
No,
get it.
and it's crazy
It's
like that
still a
because
big
some like
difference.
I would never holler at a woman when she walking with her children, and then no one give a fuck how attract she. I would never
But
do
see,
that
what women don't
because I remember
understand is
walking with my
attention is
mom,
always
and a
good
dude said
attention.
something to my mom, and I turned around and
And my
I'm young
son
and
was
I'm
like,
looking at
yeah,
Right.
cussing and fussing and everything
You feel what I'm
to a
saying?
grown
Yeah.
man.
Right.
So it's just like women think that okay, me getting a big ass is gonna be the answer to me. No,
It's the end all.
no, it's not.
It makes it worse.
Listen,
It makes it worse.
psychological. You see it on Facebook. You see it on Instagram. You see it on
TV,
commercials.
you see it on video.
You see it when you walking down the street. You go outside to the store, to the corner store. You see how the guys is reacting to the girl because that's her natural butt. When
See
I'm
the rap
saying to you,
videos,
right,
yeah.
it's what y'all go through is not the same. For us as women, especially for black women, for so many years, I'm gonna take it all the way back to slavery. They had us to wear our hair wrap because they didn't like our hair. So now when we wore our head wrap, and this is what Angela Bassett has said, she said we wore our head wrap, but now they thinking it's coming up. Now it brought out the beauty because now you see our cheekbones. Now you see our eyebrow bones. However, we had to go on ahead and wrap up our hair because guess what? We was taught that nappy hair, curly hair isn't the right hair for so many years, so many centuries. So now your wife to be, she doesn't want to have her hair in the messy ponytail because it has to be slicked down. Why? Because everybody got the what? Lace front. Everybody got to have perfect eyebrows. Everybody got to make sure that they got big old lips. Everybody got to have very long eyelashes. Your face has to be beat to the guards. And sidebar, I do not, as a makeup artist, I do not contour my face. Why? Because I'm black and I already got cheekbones. However, getting back to what I was saying,
I think also
it's
too,
so much.
it still goes on because I see like the Facebook posts where it's light skin, still light skin versus dark skin, and I'm just like, really at this, like as a light skin
versus no butt.
As a light skinned woman going through elementary school, middle school, being called white girl, being like so much. It wasn't just the darker skinned girls that I wanted to be dark skinned. I wanted to be dark skinned. I got teased so much. I wanted to be dark skinned. Like it goes.
You 41. We the same age.
So
So
I definitely agree with the psychological part. So the young lady Brooklyn Lee, that's 10 years old, that's going to be in the upcoming March 28th talent show. When I spoke to her mom on the phone, she was saying to me how her daughter has already experienced, and her daughter is mixed, by the way, how her daughter has already experienced with the photographer. The young lady has the most adorable little freckles. And I think they're adorable.
I love freckles.
And the photographer wanted to cover them or remove them. So it's so important that we continue to address this issue of, I call it another form of self-mutilation. When people cannot feel comfortable, male or female, to be their original self. And that is why I will continue to take the stance, even if I have to take it alone, to teach young girls and women to be the proprietor of their own body type. Again, you have a 10-year-old that is an aspiring model, and agencies are rejecting her because her mom does not want them altering her freckles.
So it's just like the guy that they made him cut his dreads before he was a martial with a wrestler. He was a wrestler, and right before he was about to go,
made him cut his
cut his locks off.
Oh yeah.
Cut his locks off.
Oh no. They made him cut his locks off. Say it right, because he was white with locks. He was actually, I believe he was biracial. I think he was biracial. I believe he was biracial. I don't know all the way because I can't say per se, but he definitely looked mixed. He looked mixed. But to me, it was more so to say like, you look more white than black, so why do you have this black hairstyle on your head?
They all come from the black woman. So the black woman is the only creature on this earth that can have a baby in any shade of color. It could be two dark skinned people that have a brown skin, a light skin. You never seen a white person make a dark baby.
Right.
But the
Never seen
degrees
that.
of separation,
Even still now with social
You never
media,
seen it.
I see it so much, and it
Right.
bothers me because
And
it's like
it's crazy.
I feel like as like men, like I feel like with the sons, y'all got to do a better job with a lot of things, and I think. Number one, y'all need to sit your sons down and tell them how to react in situations if you ever get pulled over by the police, what to say, what not
That's
to
a
say,
must.
what
Right.
you have to, like, why you so busy buying them Jordans and stuff, you need to sit them down like, look, if you ever in a situation and the police pull you over, this is your right, this is what, like, y'all need to do that. And also, how you treat the ladies, like how you treat little girls with the complexion thing and the long hair. I can remember when my daughter was in elementary school and she went to a county school and it was predominantly white. And one day she came home crying and I was like, Zaya, what's wrong with you? She was like, I want hair like Samantha. And I'm like, what? I want hair like Sammy. And I was like, well, how was Sammy hair? Well, look, check this out. You're never going to have hair like Sammy, and that's it. You're going to wear this hairstyle, and you're going to be proud, and that's what it's going to be.
That's the biggest problem because kids nowadays, they go by what they see. And
but honestly, if you get a little kid,
it's just
they
like,
don't really distinguish.
What's a little kid?
They don't understand.
When
They don't
start
understand.
recognizing light skin versus dark skin, like that, when they're at that age. Like a lot of that stuff is.
They not even.
I can't.
It's taught.
Only reason I can't say because a lot of shit start registering for me at a very young age.
So did y'all ever see that thing on TV
listen.
where they had
I
the
can
kids?
remember saving myself. I can remember really saving my own life. Real
Did
life,
y'all ever
real
see
talk.
the thing where the kids, they had all the little kids
Doll
babies. Right,
The doll baby is
right, exactly, and that
Which one is
shows
the ugly
so
doll?
much because the black one was always made to be either the ugly one or the bad one or whatever.
It's a lady named Dr. Frances Wells.
You talking about the white old lady?
Yes, and she is like, I read a book,
She
the
owns
ISIS
the
paper.
ISIS paper.
And that's what Baby Boy come from. That's where the Matrix comes from. And everything.
Zooms in on all of those
really
issues.
deep. And you got another sister by the name of Sister Alicia Bass.
Yes.
And she teach you. She got a book, How to Love the Black Man. And when I watched the video, I said, "Wow, damn, she on point." Like. She was so on point that it was just crazy, like, and it goes both ways. What she was explaining, not only how to love a black man, but how to love a black woman. The thing is this: black man and black woman, we are both fucked up. Sometimes women don't see that the black man is fucked up, and they say that's an excuse. I'm not saying you. I'm just saying some of them. That's an excuse.
Because you got to
You know
figure
what I
out
mean?
who's the first person that a black man lied to? His mother.
Right.
Who the first person he get over on? His mother.
True.
You know? Typically, yeah.
I mean, your moms is like this. Your moms won't understand certain shit. As far as like men shit, like she won't understand that. You know what I mean? Anything emotional or something that you going through or something like that, she probably can understand. But most of the household is just the mother. And then the mother becomes the one, then you got some, they becomes the one that go, I'm your mother and your daddy. Fuck your father. You see, and then you got the ones that don't like the kid that much because the kid look just like the father. That's somebody that's hurt.
That's real shit.
And never got over that shit. You feel what I'm saying? So it's a, like I said, it's an even battle. Both of us fucked up.
And it comes.
And we need to communicate with each
And
other.
you have to take accountability and stop it. Like somebody has to stop it.
To me,
somebody has to stop it.
To me, like it come to like what everybody's saying right now. You gotta understand the history.
That's
it. You have to understand the history. Like what I was talking to my homeboy the other day while I was working, and I was just telling him like, bro, I'm not even gonna lie. No matter what I'm doing, if I'm working or whatever I'm doing, if I'm getting paid for it, I'm happy. Reason being, it was black people not getting paid nothing that had to work from sun up to sundown. If you understand what that means when the sun come up, you're out picking cotton. Cotton weighs less than nothing. You have to bring back 300 pounds or more. Like, people don't understand what our people had to go through to get where we're at now. So when I gather all that, like I tell people every time, if you go on YouTube, it's an HBO special about the slaves that got narrated after the slavery was abolished. So this was the last people that was in slavery. So they went around, and a lot of journalists went around and got their narratives. So within all that, and a lot of them was just talking about, like, man, when I was a slave, or when I was a slave, or when I was a slave. So me keep hearing that, it's like, damn, like.
I mean, like
we have a comment that I want the fellas to chime in on, not the ladies. I'm gonna ask that the ladies not respond, give the fellas the floor. One of our viewers, Tamika, wrote, and who's the first person to make excuses for the son's behavior? And she answers her own question but throws it out there for more feedback. The mother, we are both in need.
But you see, the thing about a mother is this. The mother is a caring. She's gonna care for that child, no matter if he killed motherfucker or anything.
Nothing like a mother's love.
Nothing like a mother's love.
But the dynamics on how you treat your daughter versus your son goes back to the slave times. Like, they took the fathers out.
Right.
They let the sons stay.
So,
we push our daughters out. We will push our daughters out. You gotta be independent. You gotta
But that question is directed. The viewer want to know.
So I'm about to say, I'm gonna come from it because I'm a person that's in a household that I feel as though is, four. It's just a mother and a father in the household. So you also would know too. So with a son, right now I'm in my household. I'm called the white father. Reason being, cause I whoop ass, but I don't really whoop ass. You feel me? I whoop ass every once in the blue moon. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna front. But my voice and my and what I say in my message is stern enough. So with that being said, the son is really, he looks up to his father. He wants to be better, or if not his father. Yet, what he does, or like how hard he go, does rely on his mother. That's what a lot of mothers don't know. That's what my fiance just found out. Reason being, my son, if my son played football or not, I didn't really care, because I knew how dangerous the sport was. Because when I played, I didn't have a father like myself to put a child in at the young age and then let them develop and all that. So I tried at 10th grade. I said, fuck that, these niggas crazy. My son had a crazy mother, was like, nah, my father played football, you gonna play football. So during the time of his trials, when he was like, Daddy, I'm looking crazy, like I just got blindsided hit. I'm like, my baby. She like, nah. Right. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh shit. You know what I mean? So with that type of mother, it was like, at this point now in his career, in his football career, he on to a different level, where though the kids are bigger than him than what he was playing previously when he was dominating. So now his mother is not saying the same product that what she was saying. So now she in his ass. So, but before this, I was telling him like, all right, look, baby, I'm in his ass, but it ain't gonna come. Like, he need to hear from you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he hear from Daddy all day. Right. That, you feel me? So when it's like go with Daddy, it go like this. But I got a question. Let me tell you straight up. When he heard it from his mother, it was a whole different direction in practice, in the game, and all that. It did. She said. She's asking. What she said?
She made a statement and then she answered, who is the first one to basically put a Band-Aid on the son's woes and wounds? And then she responded, the mother. So her whole point in that statement, also combined with the question format, is that how does that help a young boy even develop into his own individual identity, one as a black man? Because keep in mind, we're talking about the black man, if he's being coddled, and you brought up Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, the ISIS paper, where she talked about going to the crib, the baby boy syndrome.
The baby boy.
She uses a lot of metaphors.
This right here. I was asked to coach basketball. Now, when I was playing basketball, we was coming up in the recreation. Our coach was the coach slash father slash
figure.
uncle
Right.
slash whoever you can come to.
Right.
He got in your ass.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying?
Shout out to Bucky Lee.
Bucky Lee, shout out
Coach
to Bucky
Ben.
Lee, Renard Smith,
Coach Ben,
Sarge, Tyree father, Coach Miles, he's a big part, Coach Robinson, Coach Melvin, a lot of them, everybody, Pompey, everybody. So when I started working with these kids, I seen my man just like get out at a kid, and his mother jumped up. Didn't we talk to my motherfucking son like that? This, and that. And I was like, wow. Like, that's crazy. Like, I didn't have a coach cuss me out in front of my father. My father looked at me and was like, fuck you looking at me for? You better go ahead over there and listen to your coach.
Exactly.
Like you was saying with the football, she said, oh, they hit my son. Then she's so quick to pull her son out of football. Son might still want to play mine. It's all right, it's the sport. She want to pull him out. Now, he's babyfied. Now he's pacified. See, a father and a son, they're going to always clash. It's going to always be a clash. A mother and a daughter, y'all going to always clash. That's why the moms get with the sons, the father gets with the daughters. We become weak as men when we have daughters. My daughter's 14 years old. My daughter be like, Dad, this. I'd be like, no.
Yes.
Right. I'm doing it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So when she go through life, she's going to look. The first day she was born, the doctor told me, you must be in your daughter's life because she gonna want a man like you, and everything that you do, she gonna want that man to do. So when you got a boy, we trying to be are you playing football? We know what football it takes: toughness, it takes roughness, it takes somebody getting in your ass cussing. The woman, y'all don't see that because y'all never was. I'm not gonna say y'all. Some wasn't never into team sport. Team sport is a man life.
Yeah, right.
It's a man life, no matter what. When you go into that locker room, you got women that play sports. They understand the team concept.
Right.
Like your girlfriend. Your girlfriend don't understand. Why you gotta watch the game with your boys? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Now if I watch it with you, it's a bunch of, oh damn, what's that, honey? Alright, this is when shit, and then he gotta teach you as he go along.
Right.
Now when you with the fellas, oh, everybody know what that is. Oh shit, the Ravens scored a touchdown. Yeah, that's good. Now you might be saying, hey, what just happened? See, men, we not wired to go, shit, now I gotta sit here and I gotta explain to her, alright baby, look, this is the touchdown. This is that. This is that. Now, if you never had my daughter, we go to Raven games, and my daughter, she just looking. She probably don't understand, but when I cheer, she cheers. You feel me? She with her phone. That's all she want about that. I'm with Dad. You know what I mean? I don't give what it is. Like, my daughter was actually trying to play basketball because she heard of the stories of me playing basketball. And I told her, you don't have to do that in order for me to be in your life.
Right. Wow. On that note, we gotta go to a break, y'all. We'll be right back. When we get back, I got a question for the ladies.
Okay.
All right. I've been a little quiet, y'all. I don't talk over people. I don't do that. Tuck it down with the food truck.
Listen to this flashback of Skyline Radio Show.
So where we at? Where we talk about the effects and what's going on in these schools. And what people don't understand. Just real briefly, I just want to talk a little bit about what people say bullying is or is not. So bullying comes in many forms. It's a teasing, it's the cyberbullying, it's the texting, it's the phone calls, it's the posting of pictures and people's personal information to pretty much cause them harm, to have them feel insecure. It's the sex assaults that people actually put out there. There are physical assaults, and there are mental assaults and emotional assaults. And what I like to remind individuals that any aggressive behavior towards anyone that is unwanted and unwarranted, and an individual asks you to stop. Let's stop there. Stop.
And they should be respecting that.
Respecting that and respecting yourself, because when you're able to respect another person, you're able to respect yourself. And the way that you're able to show that respect is that you know that you have a gift and you know you're uniquely made and that you matter, and then you also acknowledge that the next person beside you matters as well.
Right.
You know, and we lose that sometimes. Bullying is a behavior that underestimates the lives and legacy of you. I'm sure that when they was bullying me, and I'm sure when they was bullying you, they didn't understand who you're going to become later on. I didn't know.
Right, because I'm popping. I can't pop. All right, let me tell you, all those people who felt like they wanted to say whatever to me, look at me now. It's like, no, y'all don't understand, but I've been through some things, okay?
And you know what? No, I applaud you and I salute you, because a lot of times we do not take the time to say, I'm okay, and I'm okay with me, and there's nothing wrong with me, and I'm amazing, and I'm blessed, and I'm strong, and I matter.
Join us every Wednesday at 7 p.m. for Skyline Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
This is a Poverty ENT exclusive. Next stop, Texaco. Strapped up, you already know. Fuck niggas hate, that's how it goes. Bros with me, yeah, it's time to go.
Exchange Radio Show every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. Exactly. Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it, because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature, and I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously, because I found myself in somebody else's lane.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Right, we are live and we are back.
And just a reminder, we have our amazing guest. We have Mr. Adrian Bradford, actor and male model here in the building with us.
Inspired.
And again, to the right of me, we have the beautiful Gabby B.
Thank you.
Mom, wife, sister, and beautiful plus size model in the building. So we want to say again, thank you got that bottle over there?
Right.
So Mr. Tyree, he done woke up.
Yeah, I've been chilling, letting y'all do y'all thing. I'm not big on, I got radio etiquette, so I don't like yelling over people. I let y'all do it, But anyway, are you a mother?
Yes.
Are you a mother?
Yes.
Are you a mother?
3.
Okay. Do you all believe that mothers are enablers?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We can be.
Of course.
Yeah.
I just wanted to throw that out there because y'all was going back and forth.
I will
Moms
say this
can
much.
be enablers.
I was watching the documentary of Bill Gates called In the Mind of Bill Gates, Bill Gates' Mind. And I was just talking to my husband about this, and I was talking to him about going forth and what it is that I'm called to do in life. Excuse me. And I told him the most important thing. I said, when I was watching that documentary, their father worked hard, their father did all what he needed to do. However, they became great, and especially him, because of his mom. And I said, my daughters are looking at me. Yes, they see daddy go to work. Yes, they know daddy is an entrepreneur. Yes, they know daddy runs his own business. But it all depends on what mommy does. Every athlete, every rapper, every politician is always the grandmother or the mother. How their mom was, because why she worked hard, or she was not that type of woman that worked hard, but she was that nurturer, or because they was on welfare, or because of this. It was always the mom. So they became who they were because of the mom. So just to add on to what you said, yes, we are enablers. We are able to enable our children to go far and soar, or we're able to have them to go all the way down into a shower and never ever come back and be the true person who they were called to be. And when you hear me constantly say that, a lot of people say I'm still finding myself. And when I was very young, I'm only 33, but younger, in my early to to late teenage years, I couldn't understand how can a person not know themselves. Because I felt as though I knew myself until I took a 6-month hiatus from people. I cut everybody on the face of the earth off, and I called my true friends and I told them, look, I'm taking a hiatus from you all. I'm not stop being your friend. I lived with my parents at the time, and I told my parents, I'm not even really going to talk to y'all. It's nothing that y'all did, but I know what Gabrielle likes, what Gabrielle loves, what Gabrielle will and will not tolerate. I went to places that were social for couples, that called for groups, and I went there by myself to make sure that I am comfortable with me before any other human being, anything come into my life, because I have to make sure that Gabrielle Joyce Johnson, now Benbow, is okay and truly loves every essence of herself.
That's it.
And that's it.
That's what we was talking about. Loving yourself first.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What if you feel like you started out mastering that and you lost
I did.
that?
I did.
Because that's where I feel like you at with it.
I lost myself.
I feel like that's where I was at with a lot of things.
No, I did. I had to force, but that's the thing. I had to
sure
force
myself at a young age
into society because I was so comfortable and I loved being by myself. And I said, Gabrielle, you know what your calling is, and it's going to take for you to get married. It's going to take for you to have children. You have to allow your legacy to go on. Even though my children will not take on my maiden name, they will take on my husband's maiden name. But I understood that in order for me to get what I want to get out of life, it's going to also have to go through my children. The things that I want to impute into them, the things that the Lord showed me personally, I have to come up out of that. So therefore, I built a callus on my mind. I had to make sure that I told myself, okay, it's time for you to integrate back. Because I ain't had no social media. I cut all, when I mean, I strictly went to work. I conversated with the people at work. It was, hey, how you doing? Good morning. All right, all right. If somebody asked me a question, it was a straight answer. Came in the house, hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Y'all okay? Okay, and that's it. I did not hold no conversations with nobody. I buckled down and I got into the Word of God. On top of that, I did all my own studies on other things. I looked up other things, excuse me, and I studied other things to make sure that Gabrielle loves Gabrielle. Gabrielle knows her worth, regardless of what any human being. So you can give me and write me off a check and I can easily wrap it up and throw it away because you can't tell me who I am. You cannot tell me. You cannot take away my dignity. The day I give my dignity away, that's when you can have it. But until then, you can't have it. So regardless of what you feel, what you think, hey, so, okay. But I know me. That is why
and
people...
see, that takes a person to have a real reality check.
Right.
Like, because it takes you to dig so deep in yourself, to that down to the core, to the part that you suppress, to the part that you don't want to deal with, that nobody knows about. You have to dig that deep. And most people don't want to go that deep.
Most people don't got no choice till they hit rock bottom.
That's right.
Right.
I agree with
If
that.
you ever hit rock bottom, you would know. Right. Now my question to you is, when you was watching that documentary about Bill Gates, do you know who Bill Gates' mother was?
Oh yeah. Oh yes. They talked about her.
Yeah. She was the lead lady of Parent.
Oh yeah.
It's called Parenthood.
No, it's called Parenthood. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So, and that was mainly directed for us.
Right. Yes, I understand that.
Mainly directed.
I mean, I'm not.
I understand. I'm just asking you. You did. I'm not.
Oh yeah.
Explain.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. But no, I already know who she is. Of course, you know I'm not an advocate here, and I know some people just going to get some backlash. But I'm not an advocate for parenthood or any of that because I truly understand the origin. But it just goes to show you with his question, moms are enablers. And by me being a mom,
because a mom is all love and caring.
We are the nurturers.
But sometimes
every guy you can say anything to any guy. You say something about yo, fuck your father. All right, nigga, fuck fuck your mother. What? That's a fight. Right. You see what I'm saying? It's different. Right. He said that used to be 90s. Something about my mother. Remember the shit? Yeah, that's your mother. Knock her off the shoulder. You know what I mean? That's your mother. Knock her off the shoulder. That's how you feel.
Well, wait a minute. I will say this.
I mean, you 30
No. Outside of that, I was homeschooled. So since I was homeschooled, I didn't go through because that's what I'm looking like. Knock your mother off your shoulder. Put the cup of that. What is that?
Ain't nobody saying. And the dude's like, yo, this your mother. Knock it on the shoulder. Say you knock it on. Yo, he knocked your mother down.
That was their era. Then it went to just straight shoulder shrugging until it break off.
Shoulder shrugging.
Yeah, like we doing shoulder
walking in the shoulder.
Demonstrate with me, bro. Demonstrate with me right quick, bro. Demonstrate. Let people see that.
You do something.
Come on, you do something. Shit. You hit me. Hit me first. You hit me first. Shoulder shrugging. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. That's what niggas was doing.
So I
That's what
know
niggas was doing.
in the modeling world, and we have 4 models here at the table tonight. For me, some of the things that I'm always speaking on is the compartmentalizing of, oh, she's too short, oh, she's too big, oh, she's too dark, oh, her hair's too natural. And men go through it. I know men go through it too. So my takeaway from being in the platform of the fashion industry is that if any of our viewers have ever been to a fashion show, let me tell you, the behind the scenes, it has a lot of fun. Let me not leave that out. But it is crazy. I've seen models break down.
Yes.
I've seen models had such a bad experience to the point, and I think I shared when we spoke on the phone briefly, I had a model that had a bad experience at a fashion show, and when you don't know people's backdrop, you should really be careful because she has a history of being a cutter. She cuts herself so that she can feel something, and because someone castrated her because of her size, it was a lot of, and I was present for this. When she called me later, she heard me speaking about something, and she had reached out to me via Facebook, and I was like, sweetheart, this is not a Facebook conversation. I need you to call me on the phone. And she told me when she went to the bathroom, she cut herself just so she could at least feel something to get down that runway. So everything about when you say and you do hurtful things to someone because they don't look a certain way, they don't dress a certain way, they don't talk a certain way, understand that that backdrop has some type of impact. And it could be good or it could be bad. To God be the glory. I'm not weak today, but I've been that person, and I shared that with you as well. So it took a lot of, I had to go into my own sabbatical, like you said, and do soul searching, and I had to take back my power, and I had to reprogram myself like a computer. Everything that I was pre-exposed to growing up, everything that I had allowed myself to go through, everything I had done to myself, I had to wipe the hard drive. I had to take it out the iCloud for our younger folks, and I had to do some healthier programs.
Like that, we get certain people like a Tyler Perry that just opened up his own studios and everything like that. And a lot of people got this one problem. They give a fuck what other people think. People's perception. That's the worst shit ever.
It is, but guess what? It's a reality.
Other people think? No, you make it a reality.
Yes, people do make it a reality. But for the people that's not where we are, what do they do?
Listen. Tyler Perry did it himself. Hollywood fucked him over, didn't want to do this way. What'd he do? He went and did it himself. He showed you that you can do it yourself. A lot of people need other people to believe in them to do shit.
Well,
then you got people that just go hard and don't think about that.
But it's a process. Right. Understand, it's their process.
I understand
it's their journey.
Process.
So I don't want
everybody
us
gonna go through a journey.
Discount the people that's not with the Tyler Perry's or where I am.
You gotta look and see where they came from. See where.
But that's their journey.
Listen. I like writing. Well, let me put it this way. I hate writing, but I got all the fucking ideas. Right. But like I talked to Ty, yo, look, I hate writing. Oh, yo, I like writing. All right, I'm gonna tell you the idea. You write it. Right. You feel what I'm saying?
Somebody to write something.
So when you look at a person like Tyler Perry or something, and I'm just using him for a reference, that did it on his own, everybody is like, oh my God, Tyler Perry. But you could have did the same thing. Jay-Z. Everybody that considered great doing something, they sacrifice, discipline. you have to follow them steps. Discipline is the number one thing.
That's the number one.
But again,
patience, discipline,
process. Because I'm not a Beyonce, I'm not a Jay-Z,
I'm
not Aretha Hathaway. But
Who are you
understand
then?
that I am a great Nicole because
that's who you is,
my
right?
pain and my struggle and me having to take the process of Nicole Wagner's own journey, I am able to stand strong and be a vessel of hope and change for someone else.
So when that model agent told you overweighted, you this and you that,
I kept it moving, but the old me would have
just
crumbled.
what's the girl that do the yoga? She kind of heavy set.
Yeah.
Well, I got something to say just to piggyback off of this whole entire conversation. I understand exactly where you're coming from, and I also understand where you're coming from. But to address what you're saying, and I'm going to use myself.
Okay.
My parents, they did great things before I came. Now that they in their older years, they put a lot of stuff off. I had 30 years because I lived with my parents before I got married. I had 30 years of seeing every day. No, I'll put off until tomorrow. I put off. I saw 30 years of procrastination. So that spirit itself harnessed itself over me. So now I am breaking out and I'm changing the mode. However, I chose to put myself in a better environment. Not just because I'm married, but because of people that I chose to put my surroundings with. So yes, we can see the Tyler Perrys, we can see the Beyoncés, but if a person does not know how to step out and in their own environment to put themselves around positivity, because all they see is the guy on the corner making money, and they know for a fact that my baby needs shoes, my mother, she working too hard, my dad is not. But listen, for you are able to have that discipline. Everybody don't. So they need to be able to have somebody to come in and be like, look, come on.
I was that dude that seen. Hold up, I was that dude that seen. Yo got this, yo got that. I'm running with yo and them like that. Right. You feel what I'm saying? And then when you get into it and you see what yo had to go through to get that, some people go, you know what? I don't want that.
So this is my question to you, okay? And I'm not saying that you are or you're not. So now that you were able to pick yourself up by your bootstraps and to go forward, do you, and I'm asking you a question, do you go back and grab those brothers out? Because, okay.
Like I go down my timeline, like I try to find them jobs and everything, but it's a different generation and they on a different frequency. Look, so in order for me to get on a frequency, I got to go in. I got to study down. You got to dial down. You got to dumb yourself down.
Not really dumb yourself down.
Yo, listen.
Not really dumb yourself down. You got to
but before we go, can you let the people know how to follow y'all on social media?
Oh, you can go first.
Then we got to get out of here.
Adrian Brando, the actor on IG. Dante Bradford, my middle name, on Facebook. I'm reachable. Anything.
You got anything? Any projects?
Yeah, you got anything coming up? Tomorrow I'm actually filming for a new movie called Stranded. Stranded. Yeah, Stranded. We're shooting a trailer for that. A trailer for that. I'm in a web series, Love Hurts by Silk White. Season 2. We also have a movie, Nothing to Lose. GoodToGoFilms.com. Go in there, check it out. You can subscribe, $2.99 a month. You can see all the upcoming events. Antonio Jefferson, a guy that I'm working with now on the movie Stranded, and the other movie is called Twice that we already in production of doing. On Stranded is my first lead role with Antonio Jeffries, is the guy that just picked me out the blue.
Oh, he worked with me.
Yeah, he worked with me one day. This recently, like a month ago. He worked with me one day, and actually he was like, "Yo, I got this idea, and I'm gonna make you the lead." And it was something special to me because it was a guy that I just met. He was the director.
Right.
Okay. He was like, "Yo, I feel as though that you hungry and you got what you want, and that's it." But the first person that ever started me off really making me believing in this is my man David Manigault.
Shout out to Day
and Shay Evans. Okay. Them two dudes really pushed me to pursue and go hard. And I just want to give a shout out to them. I want to give a shout out to Secret Society Barbershop, my man Mando. Everybody played the big Stokey. Vote for my man for mayor, because he is the realest, and that's what it is. He does a lot behind the scenes for me, and I'm always a stand-up guy. And my one guy, Walter Poindexter,
shout out the fella.
Shout out the fella, man.
I mean, all the OGs
down here, sir.
God.
All the OGs from my podcast. Sorry if I can't get your name, man. James Bud, Kaya, for taking me out the streets. and introducing me into the Young Jeezy, my man Raynard Booker and his brother Blue, with the whole Atlanta scene, the rap world, and you know, if I forgot your name, my man T Douglas, my man, you know, and you know, everybody, you know, just loving. I'm sorry if I didn't say y'all name. Don't get mad. Y'all know what it is. It's all love.
All right. Everybody can follow me on Facebook as Gabrielle Benbow. That's BENBOW. Also, my fan page is Gabby B, which is GABBY, capital B for me. Also, you can follow me on Instagram at All the Above. Because I am all the above. And also you can tune into my YouTube page. I was going to say my web page, but my YouTube page, which is Revamp Life. You are going to revamp your life. I'm going to help you understand and know who you are as a person, to dig deep within. And yes, it's going to hurt. Yes.
Watch out.
Okay. And I want to give one more shout out to the Rice, to my man, the Rice brothers, and my man, Mr. Big.
You really gonna
hold
cut me
y'all
off
head
like
up.
that?
I'm sorry.
You really gonna cut me off like that? You really gonna be disrespectful? You gonna go disrespectful like that?
We sorry, wine. We out.
It's the Sweet Walters.
You good? Sorry.
No,
got some more. Got some more? Because we gotta get ready to speed it. I'm sorry. We gotta be rude, but we gotta go.
So again, we want to thank both of our amazing guests. We look forward to following the continuation of your journey. And as always, continue to love yourself, love each other, and please, please, please do so unapologetically, and like and share.
Please like and share the show. We will be back next week. I won't be mute next week, y'all. I got a lot to say next week. Not this week.
Next
I'm
week
out.
will be fire. Good night.
See you next time.
We're back with more Cheryl, the Underwood Radio.
Thank you, super producer. You are so cute with your little rough throat.
Yeah. Look ashy, that's all.